My desk, I have a timer for you, Drake. I got you, Drake.
And you know how to do it.
So we have been talking a lot about what, guys? What have we been talking about? Can anybody tell me? What have we been talking about? What have you guys been talking about? What have we been doing? And look through your notebook. If you want an idea of what you're supposed to be thinking about what we're doing, right? And what are the two ones that you just glued in, the 2 pages?
Don't push him like my shoulder.
Here's your timer, Drake. Alright. The Renaissance, exactly. So we are in the Renaissance, right? Which is located in where? Where is it located? We did a map. Where is it located, guys? Oh, and what map did we do? What place did we do? Look back, flip in your notebook.
Yeah.
What is that a map of?
You're during the race season?
Yeah, but what is it? It's where?
Where for what?
What is it?
Europe.
Europe.
Europe?
Yeah, we're in Europe, right?
Yeah.
And what is our essential question?
What?
What is our essential question for our unit? What did you just write in your notebook, in your
No, I
planner?
didn't write.
Yeah, you did. You wrote the EQ. What's the EQ? What's the EQ? What's the EQ, you guys? It's short for what? Anybody can answer. What is it short for?
I don't know.
Yeah, you do.
I didn't see it.
What does it say up on the board? I have it up on the board, if that helps.
Answer the question?
Yep. So Aubrey just read it for us. You want to read it again out loud, Owen? Right here. What changes, all of us, what changes in Europe led to the Renaissance, right? All right, so what do we want to know? Yeah, so we have the reading, right? And we did our vocab, right? So we know what city-states are, we know what classical art is, we know what humanism is, we know what humanities is, right? And all of those things we could go back and look in our interactive notebook, correct?
I want the easy.
All right, so we read this one. Now we're gonna read section 1, okay? What changes in Europe led to the Renaissance? There we go. Perfect. All right, so now, what are we going to do first when we do a reading? What are we going to do first? What is the first step that we do?
Right, follow.
What do we do first? We look at the questions that we're going to answer. What is it that we want to answer? What's on our
Did
paper?
you write a planner?
We did write in our planner already, Owen. But we're right here. What is the first question that we're going to answer? So when we're done with the reading, what is it that we're going to fill out?
The question.
We are going to fill out our graphic organizer, right?
Yeah.
So what is our graphic organizer asking us? It's asking us the cause, right? And what else? The effect, right? So we need to be able to know what the cause was from the late Middle Ages, right? From the Roman Catholic Church and from the Europeans, right? So this all led to what? To the Renaissance, correct? So we're going to look through our reading. So the first thing we're going to do is read the text all the way through, right? So let's read the text all the way through.
1. What was the Renaissance? The Renaissance began in Italy in the 1300s and spread to other parts of Europe in the 1400s and 1500s. Let's look more closely at this great rebirth of interest in classical art and learning. Then we will explore the link between the Renaissance and the classical world. Renewed interest in the classical world. The Renaissance began with the rediscovery of the classical world of ancient Greece and Rome. After the fall of Rome in the 5th century CE, classical culture was never entirely forgotten. Clergy of the Roman Catholic Church helped keep knowledge of ancient times alive by copying documents that survived from the classical period. However, this knowledge reached relatively few people during most of the Middle Ages. In the late Middle Ages, merchants and crusaders returned with goods and ideas from the East, including classical learning that had been preserved in the Byzantine Empire. Europeans also read classical works that came to them from Muslim scholars. This flow of ideas led to a rediscovery of Greek and Roman culture. Scholars started collecting and reading ancient manuscripts from monasteries, and artists and architects studied classical statues and buildings. The renewed interest in classical culture led to the great flowering of art and learning that we call the Renaissance. Exploring the rebirth of classical ideals through art, we can trace the link between the classical world and the Renaissance by looking at art. Let's explore some of the characteristics of art from classical, medieval, and Renaissance times.
Okay,
Classical art. The classical
so now, we read the first part of our lesson, right? So what was the Renaissance? So the Renaissance was the beginning in Italy from what time period? What does it tell us? 14s to 15s, right? If we look more closely, it was called what? What was it? It was one of our definitions as well. What is it? What does it say that it's called? It's called the Great what? You know, Drake? Okay. In a second, that's not what we're doing right now. Right now, we're asking what the rebirth is and the interest in classical art, okay? So what is it on our graphic organizer that we are trying to find out first? What do we want to know? What is that question asking us? What is it asking us? It wants us to do what? We're going to fill in the cause and effect chart below to explain how the classical world of ancient Greece and Rome was rediscovered, leading to the period known as the Renaissance. So the first one is in the late Middle Ages. So in the late Middle Ages, do you see where we have the late Middle Ages in our reading? And it says we want to know merchants and crusaders brought back what? Okay, so if we look right here in our paragraph, so paragraph 1, 2, 3, 4. I see the answer in what paragraph? What paragraph? Okay, and it is in what color? Owen, what color is our answer? We're looking for the first answer on our graphic organizer.
Rainbow.
It is in the third paragraph. So
Orange.
what is the third paragraph? 1, 2, 3.
It's green.
So the late Middle Ages, what does it say? In the late Middle Ages, what does it say? Does it say the same thing that's on your paper, guys? Why don't you look? Does it say merchants and crusaders returned with goods and ideas from the East, including classical learning that had been preserved by the Byzantine Empire? Europeans also read classical works that came to them from the Muslim scholars. So what is it that it's asking us right here, guys? What do we want to answer? What do we want to write? What is it that we're writing? We're filling in the rest of this, guys. What are we writing? Crusaders brought back what? What did we bring back, guys? I just read
I
it to
don't
you.
know it.
What do you think, Owen? You want to help us? What did they bring back? Crusaders returned with what? What did they return with, Owen?
With
Goods
goods
and
and
ideas
ideas
from
from
the
last
East,
from the East.
including classical learning.
That's the has.
Okay, so what do you need to write on your paper in your graphic
This
organizer
one?
in square one? Yes, what do you need to write? Perfect.
Oh my gosh.
You got this.
Can I have a little whiteboard?
Yep, I got you on a whiteboard. Let me get Mr.
I think I need a whiteboard.
Does anyone else need a whiteboard for me to help them with the answer? Drake, would you like a whiteboard? Would you like Miss Jenna to help you out?
Oh, no.
You wanna go sit at the table with Miss Jenna? Here you go. Would you like to sit at the table with Miss Jenna? Cause I believe after you get question one, she could take you to the restroom if you'd like.
We should take turns, please. Jason?
Yeah?
I'll talk about Jason.
You ready to work?
Jason,
Or would you like Miss Jenna to come sit with you?
Oh, no.
You tell me,
Take turns.
how are we gonna work? Let's accommodate. So what would you need? You need to work over here? Say, let's work right here. Okay?
There's wild.
So again, in the late Middle Ages, merchants, it's on your paper. Crusaders returned with goods and ideas from the East, including classical learning, okay? Does everyone have that written? Okay, Miss Jenna's gonna work with Drake and he's gonna get caught up. Let's pull it down. This is paragraph 3. So we have paragraph 4 here, and we have paragraph 5. What is the second one that we need to answer, guys? We need to find out the cause. So the Roman Catholic Church kept knowledge of ancient times alive through what?
Hold on.
Paragraph 2. So right here in blue, what does it tell us?
Oh, man, I didn't make it.
Owen, what does it tell us in blue? The Renaissance began with the rediscovery of the classical world of ancient Greece and
Is
Rome.
it R or is it N?
After the fall of Rome in the 5th century CE, classical culture was never entirely forgotten. Clergy of the Roman Catholic Church helped keep the knowledge of ancient times alive by copying documents that survived from the classical period. So what is it that we are writing? Through times alive. So all you're writing is by copying documents that survived from the classical period. So you're only writing the last sentence, okay? This first part is exactly what's already written in your graphic organizer for you, okay?
Is that better?
So that's all
That's
you're
better.
writing.
Excuse me. I asked you to put N. What is
Here, drink.
N?
Here's a bathroom card for Miss Jenna.
So hard.
Oh, it's not so hard. You're so smart. You helped us with the first one.
No, I messed up the word.
It's okay.
I messed up the word.
What's that do for us?
I immediately messed up.
Is it a little problem or is it a big problem? It's a little problem, right? Yeah, I think you can handle it. I think it's a little problem. So ladies, you got this written right here. What is the next
I'm gonna
one
write
that
it.
we're gonna be looking for? What is the third thing in our graphic organizer that we're looking for? Ooh, I see it in its action. What do you think it is? Eliza? Orange! Eliza's got it for you right here. So read it right here. Eliza just helped you.
so fast.
It's okay, the girls, we're all working at our own pace. Mr.
I did
Tyson,
not finish the first
look at-
one.
is it okay? Is it a race? Drake's at the bathroom. It's not a race. We're learning, right? It's okay.
Okay.
The girls are working together and they were ready, so they moved on. Eliza
But I didn't-
helped her.
But I didn't even get to move on.
We'll help you when you get there. We got it highlighted. Look,
Okay.
it's there for us. You're
Yeah.
fine. There's no race. Everyone has the time that they need.
See?
So
Is it-
let's read
is it-
together, ladies. It says,
Uh,
Europeans
spelled
also
wrong.
read classical works that
Spelled wrong.
came by the way of. So look, Europeans
Oh,
also
man.
read classical works that came to them
Wanna.
Muslim scholars.
Wanna.
Perfect. Let me get my door.
That's better, because I feel it's better. See, drawing was weird, like, and I can't figure what this is. That's when you erase it.
Because I'm filming. I need you to go off it. Thank you.
Maybe that's what
Thank
I need.
All right. So, the last one on our flow chart asks us the flow of the ideas led to, and what does it say? Look,
We did a board.
and what does it say? This flow of ideas led to a rediscovery of Greek and
That's what I need.
Roman culture. Perfect. And now you have your graphic organizer ready to move on for your assessment at the end,
What?
okay?
Return?
Return.
But I'm not gonna pay any of these.
It's okay. Just fit it where you can and I'll help you out.
I'm so confused.
There's nothing to be confused about. Look, Owen, look at the teacher. Look at me. Look, we have them color coordinated. Ladies, look it. Do you want to tell him? Look it. Eliza let us know the Europeans. So box 3 of your graphic organizer is orange,
Yeah.
okay?
Okay.
Aubrey let us know that what? The blue was our second square on our graphic organizer. And our flow chart ended with pink. And the girls also let me know that paragraph said pink.
Okay.
I'm filming my
I picked wrong. Oops.
I'll see you 7.
Ms. Olson? Are you out of, do you want to join a hotspot? Oh, it's still going.
Yeah, it's okay.
I'll do the second one.
It's all right.
It just,
Deal?
Oh no, and I got to stick in my finger.
that's okay.
And look it, the girls let us know, we're good. So what color, you wanna put the color of the, so this one's blue, so if you
This
write
is
blue, yeah.
Blue
So
and
the
this is
blue
green.
writing, this is blue, yep, this
And
one
what
was,
is-
and this one is orange,
And this is,
pink,
and this is green.
Yep.
So I'm gonna have to get my
so
colors.
you're good,
So
you got it.
I need to get the colors.
If that's what you'd like, Owen, whatever helps work for you,
I need colors.
that's exactly what we'll do.
Yeah, and my fingers are sticky. Great.
Owen, I am just so proud of you working through this, and the
Right.
ladies helped you.
I need green.
You're doing it all on your own. He is funny.
Green.
If you listen
Is
to
it
him,
orange?
yeah, he
Yes,
does say
orange.
a lot of funny things.
Okay.
Green, orange, pink.
Hold on. I need to keep looking. There we go.
And a light blue.
Perfect.
Now I'm just gonna sharpen it real quick.
Yes,
Mr.
sure.
Tyson, do you wanna take a picture of this with your phone? And that way you have it there, so he has the visual. Cause if I go down, he won't see it anymore.
What if, hey, what if you ask them,
Come on, Drake.
Step on it. Hand it.
Drake, come on. Come sit down. Drake, you locking Miss Jenna out?
No.
Oh, that was
Okay.
very nice.
Can you help me please? After I'm very good.
Hey, look, and Owen can
But
tell
I'm
you
not
which
using any of
square is
Okay, I'll
which
help.
color.
Mm.
So Miss Jenna, if you two wanna take a picture of this so that you guys have it right there. They're color coordinated. Girls, you wanna tell us which one? So, number 2 is blue, number 1 is green, number 3 is, and number 4, the flow, ends with pink. Okay, so we annotated the text, right? We figured out which paragraphs they were in. So while Drake and Owen are still working, we're gonna continue reading. So I'm gonna have it read to us for a second. All right, are you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right.
period lasted from about 500 BCE to 500 CE. The classical artists of Greece and Rome created sculptures, pottery, murals, and mosaics to show the importance of ordinary people and civic leaders, as well as gods and goddesses. Here are additional characteristics of classical art. Artists valued balance and harmony. Figures were lifelike, but often idealized, or more perfect than in real life. Figures were nude or draped in togas or robes. Bodies looked active, and motion was believable. Faces were calm and without emotion. Scenes showed either heroic figures or real people doing tasks from daily life. In paintings, there was little background or sense of perspective. Perspective is a visual technique used to make people and objects look closer or farther away and to give realistic depth to a scene. Medieval art.
Okay, so we just read the
I'm gonna
classical
get
art,
figure
okay?
points.
So classical art is on our other graphic organizer, if you look right here, guys. So what type of art is this, or what might have been
Here's
created?
my color pencil.
Okay.
Once you finish writing.
So exactly. So classical art was the period that lasted from 500 BCE to 500 CE. The classical artists and Roman created sculptures, pottery, murals, mosaics, so you know, like the beautiful windows you see in your churches, those things were all created during the Renaissance time to show the importance of ordinary people and civic leaders, as well as gods and goddesses, right? So here are some additional characteristics of classical art. So figures became more lifelike. So at the end of this lesson, I want you guys to be able to identify a piece of medieval art, a piece of classical art, and a piece of Renaissance art. And you need to be able to tell me two things about each piece of art and how it changed. And if we look at the pictures, this period, you can see his abs, you can see his veins, you can see his hair follicles, right? So this art is very detailed, right? So when did that come? Did that come in the classical time? Did that come in the medieval time? Did that come in the Renaissance time? When did it come? That's what we need to figure out. So we're gonna fill out our graphic organizer. So the first one's asking us for classical art, right? So we need to know what type of art is this. So what type is it? The classical period lasted, right? So they created sculptures, pottery, murals, mosaics to show the importance of ordinary people and civic leaders, as well as gods and goddesses, right? So the figures were lifelike and often idolized or more perfect than in real life. That guy was like perfect, right? He had a perfect body, he didn't have anything wrong with him, right? And the figures were often nude. Was he wearing clothes? So what period of art are we talking about right now? So we're talking about what period, guys? Classical, right? So what classical art looks like is more like this, right? So in the middle art, it got a little bit, so if we look at this picture, right? So if we look at this picture on this church building, right? There's detail, right? But is there as much detail as in the classical art period? Or is the medieval time period where it started to take shape, where it doesn't look like cartoons, right? This doesn't look like cartoons, but it starts to take shape of real life. So medieval is when it starts to take shape of actual life. This is stained glass, this is the church buildings, and they used a lot of gold, right? And then you have your Renaissance era, where on the Renaissance era, do you see all the color? Do you see that the artists use new techniques in drawing and painting? So do you see all the color and all of that inside their pictures? So we're gonna fill out our graphic organizer based on each one. So the first one we read right now, and we stopped our reading, was that classical art.
and they help me to color.
So at classical art,
do the
we
box.
created sculptures, pottery, murals, and
Just hold the
mosaics
board,
to
okay?
show
Don't
the
waste it,
importance
okay?
of ordinary people and civic
Don't waste it,
leaders,
okay?
as well as gods and goddesses. So what are we writing in our box? So if we come down here, see, you guys are going to be able to identify which one is which. Do you see how some of them are a lot more cartoony versus the Renaissance era? Can you see the difference? Alright, so let's go to your graphic organizer right here. So why this type of art might have been created? So why was it created in the classical time? Why? To show what? To celebrate the idea of the athlete,
Alright.
okay?
Is that
And the
also-
stories and heroes of gods and ordinary people. So if we see back here in the reading, right, when we come back here, what does it say when we look at? It says the importance of the people and the civic leaders as well as gods and goddesses, right? And so you are writing on your graphic organizer to celebrate the idea of the athlete and the stories of heroes, gods, and ordinary people. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
And then.
You're just writing this one, and then we'll read
We're behind
medieval.
now.
Okay? When you guys are done writing classical art, then we'll write medieval art after.
But I'm not gonna,
You're fine.
I'm not behind now.
Listen, you're not behind.
Okay.
Yeah, because everyone's paper is different. Everyone writes differently. Everyone produces work at a different speed. You're doing amazing, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're already on graphic organizer column 3. You only have one more.
Yeah.
And we only read one section. The girls are only doing classical art right now. That's it.
Yeah.
And you need your graphic organizer to then be able to tell me which art comes from which period. Okay?
Yeah. I'm seeing you my way.
You are.
Yeah, I'm already done.
So we're working on the second section on the
Yeah.
classical art. So we read about how the art is more realistic, so it's to celebrate the idea of the athlete and the stories and heroes and ordinary people, okay? We're about to read medieval art once you're done copying, okay? We're gonna read medieval art once we're done. Good job. I'm gonna read the next section, which is on the medieval, and then we'll look through to find the answer, cause that's probably all we'll have time today. And then tomorrow we'll pick up, finish it, and then do the assessment, okay? So let's continue reading.
Medieval period lasted from about 500 to about 1300 CE. Medieval artists created stained glass windows, sculptures, illuminated manuscripts, paintings, and tapestries, all of which were primarily used to teach religion to people who could not read or write. Here are additional characteristics of medieval art. Most art was religious, showing Jesus,
Oh my gosh, my
saints,
hand.
and people from the Bible. Important figures in paintings were shown larger than others around them.
Oh,
Figures looked stiff, with little sense of movement. Figures were fully dressed in stiff-looking clothing. Faces were serious and showed little expression. Painted figures looked two-dimensional or flat. Paint colors were bright.
There you go.
Backgrounds were mostly one color, often blue or gold.
Okay, so we will read the last section tomorrow. Once you have your first interactive notebook section done, let's go over again. Section 1 is what color? Green. Section 2 is what color? Blue. Section 3 is orange. And the flow chart comes together with pink. Okay, you guys may put your notebooks away.
We're
And
not gonna
tomorrow,
finish.
it's okay, we'll finish
Last
it.
word.
We will finish it. You have 5 minutes, the ladies are done. We will pick back up tomorrow where we left off today.